Over in DFW, there is a small thin line of showers and thunderstorms stretching from 30 just to the south of Commerce down through Kaufman County, right through the heart of Kaufman right now. There's going to be light rain and then pockets of some heavier rainfall. Let's widen it out. We'll put it into motion so you can see this is all going to continue to move to the east-southeast. So if you're back to the west, most of you will stay mainly dry as we move forward and even clear out some of those clouds as we move into the afternoon. Here's a look at where our temperatures are, and here's the cold front. Now, if you're on the warm side of the front, temperatures are in the mid to even upper 80s. Spots behind the front in the 70s. Here's Decatur at 76, 77 in Graham, 74 in Seymour, 76 in Wichita Falls. And here's an hour-by-hour look at what we have in store as we move forward. Temperatures in the upper 70s for the lunch hour, then quickly warming up into the 80s. The sunshine's going to help us rebound despite the cold front today. 82 degrees at 2 o'clock, 85 by the time we reach 5 o'clock this afternoon. You are really going to feel the difference tonight into tomorrow morning as that cooler air settles in. What's happening behind the front, those winds are switching to the north instead of the south, and that will slowly bring in some more cooler air. By tomorrow morning, it is going to really feel like fall, just in time for the autumn equinox tomorrow. We'll have more details on those temperatures as well as the rest of the week coming up.
Okay, we got something to look forward to in the weather department. Kalee, thank you.
That's for spots like Rome, Denton, Weatherford, but there's a few showers still left over now, pushing to the south and east and out of the DFW area. We widen it out. You can see the motion here along this front. This line will continue to push to the south and east throughout the rest of the afternoon, but along that, there's some pockets of moderate to even heavy rainfall, a few rumbles of thunder along this front. Here's a look at where it's located right there on the warm side of the front, which we talked about at the top of the show. Temperatures are in the mid to upper 80s. On the cooler side, we're looking at mid to upper 70s behind it, and we will continue to see those north winds bring in cooler air, but that sun's going to help us. But I want to show you 85. Now we are slowly starting to warm back up as we see the sun come out and those clouds begin to clear. Here's a look at our timecast in regards to rainfall. Yeah, there'll be a few showers and thunderstorms to the southeast of DFW now moving forward, but the main topic for DFW to the northwest is going to be drying out and cooling down. Here's a look at those temperatures as we head into the afternoon hours. They are going to still be just slightly below normal, so we go from well above normal yesterday to below normal today. 87 is where we should be. 85 is where we're going to end up in Dallas. 86 in Fort Worth. So it's not a huge shock, but compared to where we were yesterday, it's a big change. Now, as we go into the overnight hours, we are going to see those temperatures drop into the 50s for some locations. Same thing as we go into Thursday morning as well, upper 50s to lower 60s. Temperatures are going to stay in the low to mid 80s through Thursday. And then we're going to see them warm up. They are going to be above normal. Normal will end up in the mid 80s, so quite a bit above normal for the end of the week going into the weekend. So for the first weekend of the state fair, it's going to be a warmer one, but it could be a lot worse like yesterday where we're in the triple digits. We're not going to see that. So let's go back over the forecast for today. 20% coverage for the chance for rain, mainly to the southeast and of DFW at this point. 85 degrees is the high. North winds 10 to 25 miles per hour. We are going to see temperatures drop to 60 degrees overnight. And if we look here as we move forward, we are going to see the temperatures warm into the lower 90s and kind of stay that way through the end of next week, and then we'll see those temperatures kind of warm back down into the mid to upper 80s. Sonia.
All right, Kalee, thank you. Well, today is
great out there now. Here's a look at what we have going on satellite and radar. A few sprinkles stretching through Dallas County, southern Collin County, and over into Tarrant County. The main line that's ahead of the front is moving through just to the southeast. There's a thunderstorm over Hillsboro right now, stretching all the way up toward really the Clarksville area and just past Sulphur Springs. That is along that front, so it doesn't mean we won't see anything back here, which is the sprinkles that we're seeing in some locations. Otherwise, some of that stuff isn't hitting the ground. Let me know what you have at your house. You might be picking up on radar. It's called what we call Virga, and not actually hitting the ground. Now, behind that, temperatures are in the 70s. Ahead of the front, temperatures are in the mid to even upper 80s. Here's a look. I showed it continues to make its way to the south and east. What we're going to mainly see is cooler, drier air filter in. There's about 20% coverage of the chance of a few showers. Most of that will stay to the south and east where it is now, and then even farther away from DFW. So our attention just turns to those temperatures. So let's look at where we're going to be later today. 86 degrees in Fort Worth, 83 in Decatur, 85 in Denton. That's where we're going to top out. 88 in Terrell, 87 in Hillsboro, and 84 in Mineral Wells. as we move forward through the rest of the weekend into the weekend, the temperatures will warm up. So it's going to be really nice. Oh, it's going to feel great for those of you who have to do a long run in the morning, Wednesday or Thursday. Look at those overnight lows in the upper 50s to lower 60s. Afternoon's going to be great. But look, we end up above normal by the time we get into the weekend. The first weekend of the state fair, it's going to be above normal. Normal will be about 86 degrees for Saturday and Sunday. By Monday, it'll be 85, and we're going to be in the lower 90s. Also, I want to touch on the tropics. We do have a couple of tropical storms out there. Tropical storm Peter we've been watching, and also Rose. Peter is going to, looks like, move just to the south of Bermuda, but we're really not worried about either one of these named storms. We are watching, though, a wave off the coast of Africa that has a 90% chance of development in the next 5 days. The track on where this goes moving forward still uncertain, but we will keep an eye on it for you. Otherwise, let's go back over the forecast for today. We do have that cold front, windy, breezy as we move forward. North winds 15 to 25 miles per hour, 85 degrees. Partly cloudy, much cooler night on tap as temperatures sit right about 60 degrees. It's going to be breezy, north winds 10 to 20. And then if you look at the 10-day forecast here, you can see that we are going to be 83 degrees as we go into Wednesday, 84 on Thursday. And then the kickoff of the state fair, as we said, would be a little bit warmer, so we are going to warm back up. But this next several days, I took that rain chance out as we go into next week. Overall, the stretch of weather is going to be very quiet, tranquil, and just slightly above normal as we go through the next several days with temperatures in the lower 90s. So enjoy this. We are going to see those temperatures warm back up by the weekend. All right, here's a look at that 10-day forecast, which looks a lot better without those triple-digit temperatures on there. I know that, right? We do still have about a 20% in coverage chance of rain throughout the rest of the day today. Most of DFW will stay dry now moving forward. Temperatures are going to stay right around the mid-80s today, but look at these refreshing morning temperatures as we go into the next few days. Upper 50s to lower 60s expected, and warming up into the lower to mid-80s over the next few days. But we will warm up. We are going to go back to the 90s, not the triple digits, but definitely the 90s as we move forward. So for the kickoff of the state fair weekend, temperatures right around 90 degrees. And then as we go into the beginning of next week, you can see temperatures are going to stay in the lower 90s as we go into Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday as well. So yeah, enjoy this, but temperatures will go back up. Sonia? All right. I have had some rainfall along and ahead of that front, now pushing well to the south and east of us. So here's what it looks like out there. We've got Cedar Hill at 87 degrees, just beautiful. We do have breezy conditions out there. It's gusting up to 28 miles per hour at Cedar Hill. If we look in Dallas, 87, but we have wind speeds that are gusting up to about 25. Here's a look around the rest of DFW. You've got 86 in Mesquite, 87 in downtown Dallas, 87 at DFW Airport, Frisco at about 85, Fort Worth, you're sitting at about 88. There's a few spots that are right around 90, and that's Arlington at 90, Aledo at 90 as well. But it's going to be a perfect night to fire up that grill. I mean, it's going to feel so comfortable out there. First time in a couple of weeks that we are going to deal with those temperatures in the 70s in the evening. Now, we did get to those overnight, but it stayed pretty warm overnight. Here's what I have to give on the silver platter for you as you go out the door tomorrow morning. Upper 50s to right around 60s across North Texas. It is going to be extremely refreshing, and because I watched Hocus Pocus last night, don't at me on that.
Oh gosh.
In the words of whatever her name is, Winifred, another glorious morning.
I love that you're like I am with movies, whatever her name is. That's great. We'll see if we can get some more lines out of you as the show progresses here. Kalee.
86 degrees. We were in the triple digits yesterday at this time, so fantastic to be here. We do have a strong wind out of the north, though, behind that front, so we're seeing 10 to 20 miles per hour, gusting up to 35 currently at UNT. Now, if we look at Dallas Baptist University, it's 90, so a little over a 14-degree difference in temperature from yesterday. I think we were about 102, 103, close to 104. Can't remember exactly, but it is a big difference. Around North Texas right now, we are anywhere from the mid to upper 80s. 85 degrees in Corsicana, 85 in Tyler, 84 in Canton. Jump over to Mineral Wells, 86, 88 in Granbury, and 82 in the Gainesville area. So you can look area-wide. It's about anywhere from 10 to 15 degrees. Some locations more than that, 20 degrees cooler in Wichita Falls as well as the Archer City area. But a big change in our pattern has shifted today, and you'll really feel it as we go into tomorrow morning as the temperatures fall overnight. You can see how it moves into the upper 50s to lower 60s. I have downtown Dallas. I have Dallas at about 60 degrees tomorrow morning, but surrounding locations, in the 50s to start off. So if you go for a morning jog, got to get your long run in. This is going to be so nice to do that in. A nice bike ride before you head off to work. It'll feel great. That's like the perfect temperature to go running in. Temperatures as we go into the afternoon on Wednesday are going to be in the low 80s. So 82 degrees in Fort Worth, 83 in Dallas. If you look up here, our normal high is 87 degrees. So we are going to be a few degrees below normal for Wednesday. That's going to repeat as we go into the day on Thursday. And then, as I said at the top of the show, if you were watching with Jason, I said, well, it's going to heat up just in time for the state fair to kick off. Now, nothing like what we dealt with yesterday, but we are going to be quite a bit above normal. Friday, 89 degrees, 90 on Saturday, 92 Sunday, staying in the low 90s as we start off the next week. Now, opening day forecast for the state fair, here's how it's going to unfold. 10 o'clock in the morning, awesome, 68 degrees. By 3 o'clock, 89, and then by 7 o'clock in the evening, we'll still be in the mid to upper 80s, right around 86 degrees. So, I mean, at least there's no rainfall. We're going to see plenty of sunshine, no chance for rain as we go into the day on Friday, but we are going to heat up. Let's check in on the tropics real quick, as we still do have Peter and Rose just hanging out there. Peter's on the struggle bus, but it's going to kind of fall apart before it has any impact on Bermuda, so that's some good news there. That wave off the coast of Africa still making its way to the west, and that has a 90% chance from the National Hurricane Center to develop into a organized system. So we will be keeping a very close eye on it, because the track right now could bring it close to the U.S. eventually, so that's something we'll be watching. But going back over the forecast for us tonight, much cooler. Temperatures in the upper 50s to lower 60s. Expect partly cloudy skies, and we'll hang on to this breeze. So north winds 10 to 20 miles per hour. Then as we go into tomorrow, 83 degrees. Expect below normal temperatures throughout the day, but at least we're going to have plenty of sunshine, and those winds again are going to be 10 to 20, gusting up to 25, still out of the north. If you look here at the 10-day forecast for winds, we will switch back to the south as we go into Thursday afternoon, and that's why you're going to start to see a slow warm up as we go into the weekend. Yes, it's above normal, but way cooler than what we had yesterday. So at least we have that bar that we can look at. Then I did put some rain chances in for next week. We're going to have to watch and see how this evolves, but it does look like an area of low pressure from the south will be pushing up into North Texas. Now, how much rain we see out of this, we'll have to watch as we get closer, but it does look like it brings our rain chances back down into the mid to even low 80s by the time we get into next week. Till then, enjoy a nice dry stretch of weather, fall, autumn equinox tomorrow afternoon, and it's definitely going to feel like it. We'll be right back.
That height requirement
I
yet,
have not, so I don't know how safe it is for me to be driving. But here's a look at where we are temperature-wise for DFW. We've got 87 at DFW Airport, 86 in Grand Prairie, 84 in Pilot Point, 85 in McKinney right now, Rockwall 84. So you can see we're all in the low to mid 80s. It is a gorgeous night. I mean, we have some clouds out there. 85 degrees in Cedar Hill. You can see that cloud cover. Wind gusts up to 25 miles per hour. So it is breezy. I mean, I did my hair and then I walked outside, and that was just not smart, so I had to redo it because we've got wind gusts up to 31 miles per hour in downtown Dallas right now. 87 degrees is where we sit at this point. Now, if you look at our overnight low temperatures, this is where we're going to start off tomorrow morning. When you head out the door, how refreshing is this going to be? I mean, we were at 100 degrees yesterday afternoon. We're going to be in the 50s as you head out the door tomorrow. So even though it says tonight, we technically don't hit our overnight low till about 6, 7 o'clock in the morning the next day. So go ahead and take your dog out for a walk in the morning, take a bike ride, go for a run, because it's going to feel great while you're out there doing it tomorrow morning. Now, we are going to look at some changes in the forecast as we head toward the weekend, and some rain chances in the 10-day forecast that's coming up. Jason.
All right, we will check back here in just a few. Thank you.
Winds out of the north that are gusting up to 35 miles per hour, making it feel even better out there, except for just put your hair in a ponytail, ladies. Taking a live look at Dallas Baptist University, it's 90 degrees, so it's warmed up, but still nowhere near where it was yesterday. Here's where we were at DFW Airport for high temperatures, 88 degrees. Again, the normal is 87 for the high temperatures, so we're just only about a degree warmer than that, but we are well above that yesterday. North winds 24 miles per hour, gusting up to 31 at DFW Airport. Dew points down to 51, so that drier air has moved in. It's settling in. The cooler air is settling in as well. So yes, it's much better than yesterday, but you're really going to feel the difference as we go into the overnight hours tonight. I mean, it's already about 15 to 20 degrees cooler in some some locations than it was. But watch the temperatures as we move forward through the evening. By 10 o'clock in the lower 70s. By the time we get into about 3 o'clock in the morning, we're in the lower 60s. By the time we get into 7 o'clock in the morning tomorrow, as you head out the door, upper 50s to lower 60s. I do have downtown Dallas at 60 degrees, but the surrounding locations are going to be in the upper 50s. So wow, what a refreshing start to the day. It's going to be fantastic to get out there, maybe go for a nice walk in the morning, take the dog with you. You can walk and ride your bike to work if you are close proximity. It's going to feel great to do that. And in the afternoon, we're going to stay even a few degrees cooler than today, where temperatures are going to stay in the lower 80s. So 82 in Fort Worth, 81 in Decatur, 80 in Gainesville, 80 in Bonham, 82 in the Greenville area, 84 in Corsicana, Waxahachie at 82. Now, if we look as we go toward the weekend, yes, the State Fair kicks off. We're all excited. It's going to be better weather than the extreme heat, but it's still going to warm up. So we are going to see those temperatures slowly, but get there by Friday, 89 degrees. So we're above normal by Friday, into the lower 90s by the time we get into Saturday and Sunday. So 90 on Saturday, 92 on Sunday. But at least it's nowhere near where we started off this week. So we have that to be thankful for. But here's a look at the breakdown of the State Fair opening day. 10 o'clock in the morning, 68 degrees, 89 by 3 o'clock in the afternoon, and 7 o'clock in the evening, a very comfortable 86. And if we look at tonight's forecast, we go back over that, again, much cooler. You're really going to feel the difference tonight. 60 degrees tomorrow morning with north winds 10 to 20 miles per hour. We're going to continue to see breezy conditions through the day tomorrow, and temperatures will stay below normal. But we'll have plenty of sunshine, so it'll feel great in the sun. And if you look at the 10-day forecast, staying dry through the weekend. But if I step over so you can see what happens as we go into next week, we do have to watch for a chance of a few showers and thunderstorms. So a lot of questions with this, with different model runs. It comes in, it comes out. But it does look like we could see an area of low pressure push in from the south, which would bring us several days of rain chances and cooler temperatures next week, Jason.